AC Sports World back in the house, man. Luther Dupree, joined as always, Claudio Rosano, Ralph Williams, Phil Moore's in the house. Bob, what's going on, fellas? How you feel?
What's happening? Happy New Year pretty soon.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. Doing well. Doing well.
Last show of the year. Too bad Sunday was a downer for the Steelers game, but we're going to get into all that, man. Glad to see everybody. Big Rome and Smoke and Jim going to be joining us a little bit later, but let's get started. Claudio, what do you have for us in your huddle up? I know you had some things you wanted to get off your chest.
You know what? Very simply, next Sunday, it's all the marbles. And, some people say, Rodgers is calling the plays. Some people say Smith's calling the plays. Whoever's calling the plays, Tomlin's the head coach. He has to say, look, this is what we're going to do. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I know I've made decisions coaching-wise that you have to live with. Some worked, some didn't. But you know what? I could sleep at night because I made the decision that I felt was best at that time. Okay? So Tomlin just has to say, you know what? Again, our backs are up against the wall. We don't need anything else other than everybody to pull the same rope at the same time, the same direction, for the same purpose. We'll get a great result. And this year, think about it, guys. We've had power rankings every week since we started. Who has been in the top 2, top 3, week after week after week? Nobody.
Nobody.
Right? This is wide open. This is wide open. You name me. Everybody always used to say, Mahomes, Kansas City. And they were right. Philly. They're right. I was on Buffalo's train for a long time. Now, hell, they might. Who knows what they're going to do? And
right.
It was hot. Where are they at? Right? They had to get a 45-year-old quarterback. I'm telling you, the Steelers have the talent. Yes, they need a receiver and all that kind of stuff. But if you go out there, I was watching the NC State Survive and Advance Jim Valvano documentary again.
Oh, yeah.
Why did they win? Special team, they believe. Why did the Steelers in the 70s win? Yes, they had the horses, special team. You have to have special people to win championships. They have a shot. Sunday is all that matters. Let's all in. And Tomlin has to be the dog. He has to be the head coach, be the man. You're doing this. I don't give a damn what you say. You're doing this, and you're doing this, and you're doing this. And let it fly.
I got you. All right. Appreciate that, Claudio. Mine is kind of simple, man. Tragedy happened with Anthony Joshua. We were talking about him last week.
Yeah.
He just ball, and now he was in a horrific car accident. He's in the hospital. 2 of his close friends, strength and conditioning trainer, they unfortunately passed away, and I don't know how he survived this accident. I'm going to show, with some pictures of it. It was just a sad thing, man. You could be on top of the world one moment and then be in the hospital in the next moment. So you got to enjoy every day that you have on this planet, man. Sports is quick. You can be riding high. Next thing you know, you like the Steelers and you lose to a 3-win team. But one thing we have to say, this could be the battle. Whoever loses may be coaching another team or in the media box next year. Tomlin beat John Harbaugh earlier in the year. They usually split over the last couple years. They usually split, but I think this year feels different. I think if John Harbaugh doesn't win the division and get to the playoffs, he could be gone. Tomlin, if they blow this AFC North title, he may choose to move on. I don't think he'll be fired. I think it would be a mutual thing if he were to decide to leave. But a whole lot of stuff is going on. We'll get into it, but I just wanted to say that. Prayers up to Anthony Joshua.
Yes,
and the 2 friends.
Yeah.
Horrific, man. That it's amazing he survived, but it's wild. There was no ambulance on the scene. Just a crazy situation. So prayers up to the heavyweight champ. All right, guys.
Real quick, I got something, man. For the past 2 years, I'm not coaching this year, but for the past 2 years, I was coaching wrestling. I was coaching first and second year wrestlers at Westinghouse. And I want people to really start putting their girls in wrestling, man. Right now, there's enough girls in Western PA they have their own wrestling division, so they don't have to wrestle with the boys anymore.
Oh, they used to have boys. Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Oh my gosh. Even in my wrestling career, I wrestled against about 5-6 girls, man, over like 13 years of wrestling. I wrestled about
lose. Did you didn't lose, did he? Did you?
Not once. Not once. Pin first period every time, man. I ain't play that game.
Ones that would lose to the girl to try to get a date afterwards, possibly. Guys will be.
Nah. Look, I'm gonna just lose that date. I'm not losing that match. But I really think because coaching girls, they listen better than the boys do. They're more settled, and now it's another outlet. It's a physical outlet, and they get to know themselves a lot better. They get to learn how to take care of their bodies at an earlier age. They learn how to diet in a proper way. So I want people to really start looking at getting their girls into wrestling. You're wrestling against other girls now, and it's a great tool for emotional control and physical education.
Facts. Ralph, you have anything you want to talk about before we get started?
Yeah, I want to let everyone know, that I do a post game show after the Steeler game, and myself and Pensman Sports did one this past Sunday. Luther, I was on with you and Smoke and Jim and Kenny or Kevin. I'm sorry, Kevin, on the radio station there that you're on, and I spoke about how I reached out to a couple bands because I'm going to make up a song called 9 and 8 Mike, and I'm thinking about getting it done. I've reached out to a couple bands, and they're going to put a song together called 9 and 8 Mike. Because I think that just might happen, 9 and 8 Mike. So,
what if it goes 10 and 7? He's been 11 and 5 more than he has been 8 and 8 and 9 and 7, right? You know that, right? So what about the 10 and 7 Mike? Can we get 10 and 7 Mike?
We could do that depending on what happens with this game coming up, maybe. But
all right, cool.
But right now, I'll put that on the burner till the game happens, and if we go 9 and 8. I'm going to have a song out called 9 and 8 Mike.
9 and 8 Mike.
Let's jump into Black Prez's first one in the house. Art Smith running 2-hand tag pass routes. Terrible. Fire Arthur Smith. Black Prez has been on it. Destiny, what's going on, Destiny? Hey,
hey, I got some news about Arthur Smith. This will be his last season with the Steelers. He's going to be the new coach of the Mean Machine. So.
Mean Machine. All right, who to go? What's going on? Who to go? Let me
That's
put
a good
up
one.
banner.
I like that.
Make sure everybody has the number 412-530-5063. All right, let's get into this game. It was a real stinker, 13-6. It started off bad. Shedeur Sanders was picking them apart early and often in that first quarter to jump out to a 10-0 lead. When they got out to that lead, I said, this is going to be a tough game because of the weather. I knew that would be an issue. I thought they should have attacked a young rookie quarterback fast. They were blitzing Dylan Gabriel the first time. They had him running around looking crazy to the point he almost caught a personal foul trying to throw a punch at Patrick Queen, if you remember. But this one, they let Shedeur Sanders get a little too comfortable, and he was on. Those first two series, he looked like a young Tom Brady the way he was moving down the field so easily, and then threw a pass to his great tight end, Howard Fanning Jr. It's lucky that he got out. I'm glad he got out because he was wide. He was getting open. Judy was getting open, but they adjusted. Fellas, your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought that it was just one. It was just another Tomlin special. I call it. Where they always lose to a team that they should beat. This team is no good, the Cleveland Browns. I mean, they have a good defense, but their offense stinks. They have a coach that could be on his way out the door, and they're discombobulated all across the board, and we lose this game. And I had a feeling this was going to happen because we don't have DK Metcalf. We didn't throw to anybody, okay? And I blame the coaching staff for this because they should have made adjustments, to throw to Pat Freiermuth or maybe throw to some other people. Instead, they kept throwing to Sterling in the end zone 3 times, like you said, Luther. 3 times that was unacceptable to me. When I saw that, And bad snap to the with Boswell again, another bad snap or whatever.
Hey,
Because
Boswell's missed a couple though, Ralph.
Yeah.
We
And
can't blame it all on the.
no, I'm just saying it was a bad snap. I mean, that's
It was a little low, but
yeah.
Waitman was able to get that there, but Waitman didn't have a great game punting either. Weather was playing a lot of tricks with things, and that's why I didn't understand the game plan. Why are you passing 39 times with Aaron Rodgers?
There's my friend Pensman Sports there.
Yeah, what's up, Pensman? We got to get you back on.
Hey, Pensman, what up?
Yeah.
Has had too much time in the pocket. I definitely agree. Steelers should. Gamer says Steelers should handle Bears this week. All right, we're going to get into that. All right. Okay. On his grad. All right. John Hussey is a bad official. Yeah, those officials. I agree.
Horrible.
James Harrison called him out. A lot of players called him out. And listen, there were pass interferences, especially on that last pass, that I thought should have been called, but it was not called. It was obvious. I mean, look at this. The ball is nowhere near. If you see pass interference in the dictionary, this is classic. The guy's on the ball is nowhere near him. He's not even looking for the ball. But again, I don't understand why he's throwing.
You know what, Luther Pensman and I, we did the play-by-play online for this game, and I said, "Where's the pass interference call?"
Right?
For sure. All right, listen, man. Fillmore, jump in on this and Claudio, your thoughts.
So, we don't blame Andy Reid when the Chiefs had a poor offensive outing or something like that, right? Like, or I'm sorry, if the Chiefs have a bad defensive outing, because he's an offensive coach, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't blame Mike Tomlin for the defense holding someone to 13 points and less than 200 yards passing. And I don't blame Tomlin for that. I blame Aaron Rodgers. My blame goes squarely on Aaron Rodgers and Arthur Smith. Jaylen Warren was averaging 5.3 yards a carry, and you do not give him the ball. What are you doing?
Yeah,
it's not like the game was out of hand at any point. You maintain the clock. You give him the ball. He's averaging 5.3 yards. And that's how, I'm not saying Jaylen Warren's a Hall of Famer, but any running back in the Hall of Fame, if you there's a lot of them in the Hall of Fame less than 5 yards a carry. 5.3 yards, you give him the ball. That's Arthur Smith. Now, that's where I blame Aaron Rodgers. Mm-hmm. There were people wide open in the middle of the field. He threw the ball 3 times to MVS when Freiermuth is the one that got you down the field. Freiermuth is the one with the constant mismatch. He's a big tight end that's athletic and got hands. I do not, for the life of me, understand why Aaron Rodgers didn't hit Freiermuth continually in that end zone. He's the most talented overall tight end that we have.
And he catches him across the middle too, Fillmore.
And he catches across the middle.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
There was Jaylen Warren that was open on one of them passes. There was Gainwell open on one of them passes. There was Biegler open on a couple of them passes. And for this game, don't know why, Aaron Rodgers chose to lock in on one receiver each pass. He was predetermined that pre-snap was going to happen, and we could not move the ball. I put that on Aaron Rodgers and Arthur Smith and foolish play calling, too many pass plays, like you said, 39 pass attempts. And in a tight game when your running back is averaging over 5 yards a carry, what's your problem?
Yeah.
What's your problem?
They don't stick to what works, Fillmore. What they need to do is, if the running game is working, and I've said this many times, keep on running until they stop you.
Right.
The Ravens did it. They gave King Henry the ball 36 times.
Well, finally they did that. They've been They haven't
finally.
And let's see what the Steelers do. But let's look at this. I pulled off 3 plays. The final 3 plays, the most important. So the first one, and I don't know why. I understand MVS scouting is his guy or whatever, but there's a reason he wasn't in the league for 10 years. Again, Aaron Rodgers throws it inside, he's going outside. That's the first one. The second pass, again, he's only looking at MVS. He tries to throw another pass, throws it to the inside. I don't know where he's throwing that. That could have easily been picked. And here's the last down right here. Once again, he fakes inside, and this is clearly pass interference. But why is he throwing the MVS here? He's not open. Denzel Ward is a Pro Bowl cornerback. You go after him 3 times. But if he would have looked on the other side, look at Kenneth Gainwell, wide open.
Right there, open, right there. Look at that.
Into the end zone. I mean, this is, I don't know what he's doing, man. He's wide
Too
open.
easy. Too easy.
But he was more concerned. He was more concerned about not letting Myles Garrett set the record on him than he was about making the game plan easy. Because there were plays. He wouldn't even look to that side. He was, 39 pass attempts. He was averaging 4.3 yards a pass attempt. That's unacceptable. That means as soon as he's hitting it, he's throwing it quick. And these
he was
guys,
predetermined.
And he usually plays like that, but not this fast. He just didn't want to be on tape, when they showed Myles Garrett getting the sack record, him getting sacked. That was his main priority. And it hurt the team. It hurt the team. You all mentioned about DK Metcalf, boneheaded move, and it's hurting. And the fact that we said it all year, they needed to get another wide receiver too. Now you don't have Metcalf. You don't have Darnell Washington, who's out with a broken arm. You don't have Calvin Austin. Roman Wilson only got 9 snaps. Aaron Rodgers didn't look at him. He didn't look at Pat Freiermuth until the very last.
Roman Wilson, who?
Right.
Who is that?
Well, but in this case, Rodgers, these old guys that you have, they don't have it. You got to spread the ball around. Look at Roman Wilson. Hit Pat Freiermuth. He's been erased from this offense, and I don't understand why. Claudio, we didn't get your thoughts.
Well, I thought you were going to forget about me, Luther.
How do you forget about Jill? How do you forget about Jill?
Well, you guys all make some great points. And Luther, the first clip you showed, if he would have done something Roethlisberger did, which was fantastic, a pump fake, everybody would have shifted it over, more people would have been open. But all 3 of you made fantastic points, including, again, Fillmore with he already knew what he was going to do no matter what with the MVS, which is ridiculous. But I said the week before, whatever, I don't know, whatever, one of the shows, I said that if the Steelers should blow Cleveland out if they called a mature offensive game plan, which was basically like Fillmore just said, Warren and Gainwell. I thought Gainwell, after the past couple of weeks, I thought he was going to carry the ball between 20, 23 times a game, catch 7 passes, about 30 touches, and that's what they should have done.
Right.
Instead, he got 7 runs. 7 carries and 3 receptions.
3 receptions.
And then Fillmore again said about the middle. They had that linebacker who hurt his thigh. I have it written down. Carson
Schlesinger.
Schlesinger, yes. He was good on the run, but on the pass, he was hurting a little bit. Why don't you throw in the middle?
Right.
Expose him. Yes.
Where was the scheme? He was barely walking on one leg, and they allowed him to stay.
What I never understand is these guys are at practice every day. They have film sessions every day. We're not watching 14 hours of film. How the hell is it that we know that? Like even going into baseball, Luther, you and I have talked about it. I can show all of you in under 5 seconds why Jack Sawinski isn't hitting and what he would have to do to hit. It takes 5 seconds, but yet they've had this guy for 6 years and he still sucks. I don't understand it, but they blew that game. They should, and Ralph uses the term, pedal to the metal, and you have to do that. They should have punched them early, punched them often, got them the hell out of there. But they gave Cleveland confidence. And Luther, you said it again. When I heard you saying that on Ralph's show and just now about putting pressure on Shedeur Sanders, you know who I thought about? Dick LeBeau. Dick LeBeau would have changed the scheme. He'd designed some different defenses and just crazy stuff. They didn't do it. So I don't understand. There's no way they should have lost that game. Now they're in a hell of a hole. But again, I said before, the running game, they have 2 good backs that that are good out of the backfield and carrying the ball. And I know, I think DJ Thielen, or not DJ, I know his cousin DJ. What's that? Adam. I know I'm friends with his cousin DJ. That's what his name's, DJ. But anyway, Adam Thielen. I think he can be big time. Runs great routes, has great hands. He's a veteran. He knows the game. The game's slow for him. They can still do this. They can still beat Baltimore. But we teased Jim last year before we go into the Ravens game, or in August. He said he kept saying over and over, George Pickens, Henry was going to break the all-time record.
Yeah.
Maybe it ain't so funny right now because
he had 216 last week. You're right. Hey, we got a call, and we'll get to some of these comments. Mark, what's going on, Mark?
Hey. Okay, Luke.
I'm Mark.
Good in the gang. How y'all doing, man?
Good.
All right.
How are you?
Oh, Mark, what's on your mind?
Hey, listen. Let me just tell you, brothers, I am going to be speaking with forked tongue. I'm going to be speaking in contradiction. I am the pot calling the kettle black. But that game to me was nothing more but cashing in on this week's game. If you think for one moment, they're already giving away the Steeler ticket to Giant Eagles, free with every purchase for next week. Because meaningless game. The Steelers were talking about benching all of their starters. So it would have been an unexciting. They didn't give a damn who was doing what. Some bean counter somewhere said that if we can make this a season-ending finale, that cash register would cha-ching, and we would have probably the most watched regular season game ever. Let's not forget that the NFL has never said that they are professional sporting events. They are entertainment.
Right.
That means that if you catch me put my finger on the scale, that you cannot go after me because we're in the entertainment business. And I'm hurt to say that because I was on the edge of my seat. I participate. I love them. But, you cannot. And I'm glad somebody made the fact about the average yard carried by, what's his name? If you would do nothing more but pounded the run,
right,
by accident, he would have broke one.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Hey, Mark, years ago, they interviewed a guy named Tony Kornheiser who does pardon the interruption. He interviewed Rune Arledge of Monday Night Football. And he's asking him all these questions. Why do you do this? Why do you put it at 9:00? Why do you have Namath playing so many times? Why do you have the Steelers? And he said, Tony, you know what? I don't mean to be rude or short with you, but the answer to every single one of your questions is money. So, hey, that's the bottom line. Who knows, man? Who knows?
Yeah, listen. And like I said, man, I enjoy it. I have a special meal. I have a ritual that I do for every Steeler game. I have crazy things. Any time that they wear them white uniforms, I say bad things happen to them. I mean, I'm silly, and I'm a fan. But I have to call that one for what it was. Shador is a good man, but for a team that won only 3 games, and all of a sudden, all of your major targets were removed. Okay, who was the man? How did you know to put a camera on DK when he was talking to that guy in the fan? I mean, in the stand.
Good point.
But Mark, they got cameras everywhere. They had Chase on Jalen Ramsey. They got cameras everywhere, though.
You remember years ago on Arsenio Hall, he had a segment, Things That Make You Go,
Yeah.
Listen, that was a setup from the jump because as soon as DK grabbed him, all you heard was "Got him."
Yep.
It was a setup.
He won it, and he fell right. It was a trap. And DK fell right into it.
But I heard too that guy had a similar situation with DK, in Seattle.
You are right. You are correct.
Stalking charge. You know what I mean? Why could you counter sue him? How did you happen to know to give one cameraman 3 minutes to follow him for that particular thing? How did you know that he's going to have a press conference 4 days afterwards to denounce? He wasn't hurt or anything. Already had the lawyers lined up.
Yeah. All he trying to say, is, it was an assault. He missed. If you look at it, he didn't even hit him. He threw at him.
Yeah.
But if anything, he touched the wig and the guys.
No, he grabbed his shirt, put him down, and pushed him up.
Yeah.
It wasn't a hit. It was a push.
Yeah. It's just the whole thing.
Yeah, but why do you? Hey, but when does the NFL do they make rulings that quick?
Hey,
I thought they would speak on it. They made a ruling in what, 24, 48 hours?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He appealed it and they held it. I thought it was going to get reduced to 1 game, but
Me too.
2 games on.
Well, I don't think he's going to get the money everybody thinks he's going to get. He'll get something, okay? But I don't think that he's going to get what everybody thinks. Zillions of dollars. Somebody said 45 million. Get the hell out of here.
No.
He ain't going to get that.
No, there's documentation that he when he reported him in Seattle, there was, racist name calling, and he made a disrespectful name about his mother.
But this should be a precedent. This should be a precedent moving forward, that because, hey, any fan can start something with somebody, he gets clocked and he makes a ton of money.
Right.
This would set a precedent. Okay, you started it. No doubt. The player should not have done that. But there's going to be, you're not going to make, $68 million, or, you might get $25,000 or whatever the hell it is. But if they rule that guy gets a ton of money, that's going to be bad, because then somebody else is going to do it too.
Right.
Yeah, you're going to have a copycat effect on that, and it's not going to look good.
I'll say this in closing, and I am certain that I'll keep my ears open throughout the week for somebody to do some kind of study to find out out of the final games in the NFL this weekend, which is the highest one watched, and which one sold the most advertising dollars, okay? And which one were they able to hype up rivalry and get folks to do ridiculous things, And that is really, really, it's kind of unfortunate, because I don't know, it takes the sporting fun out of it. And I hate talking like this, but, you have to look at it. And so I'm just waiting to hear what you guys are going to call. I don't know, because if they unleash Henry, it's over. Yeah, you know that. It's all day music for that man.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But listen,
Mark, I got something for you, Mark. One thing for you. They quickly flexed the game. As soon as the Steelers lost, they flexed the game to be a Sunday night game.
Absolutely.
Wow.
They had it planned, Fillmore. You're right. As soon as it was over, game was over at 4:00. By 4:15, they got.
It was Sunday night.
Last game.
Oh, prime
Sunday night.
That's amazing. I didn't know that. Amazing. And you know something too. Let's face it. Aaron Rodgers has been around long enough, and I'm not saying that they might have whispered and said do this and do that. There are a gazillion ways that you can put your finger on the scale for or against another player. One thing new that they started is this thing on the announcer's booth, and they say, "Hey, let's go to New York. Hey, Bob in New York, how did you play?"
Yes.
They never did do that before. You might as well say, "Hey, Vegas, how are you gonna call that?" You know what I mean? Anyway, listen to you. Thank you, guys. Listen, Luther, I love you guys, but I will not be calling this show anymore until next week.
All right. Let's hope there's a lot of season left.
Yeah, Mark. Thank you, Mark.
All right.
Luther, real quick, I have to go. I apologize. I have to leave early. So everyone have a happy New Year and thank you. So
all right, Ralph, man. Take care, man.
All right, man. Later.
Mhm.
Hey, listen, man, let's jump to some comments I missed earlier. We got Steelers fan. We'll lock Henry down for 50 yards or less. All right, Steelers fan. I like who to go. Blame AROD. He's right with you on that. Black Prez. Tomlin is delusional. Black Prez hates Tomlin. Wow. All right. Hensman Sports, our guy. We got to get you back on the panel. He said, I'm nervous for Sunday night's game. Yeah, a lot of Steeler fans are. West Philly, the Steelers will lose to the Ravens. Henry will rush for 234. Wow. Acrisure? Okay. Let's hope not. DK.
No, not horrible, Phil.
Yeah. He might tear an ACL trying to run for that many yards. DK Metcalf is a huge loss. Listen, I want to go back to something. I pulled something up. I want to share this. What DK Metcalf did was horrible. But you all remember when Lamar Jackson did this? I mean, come on, man. He just shoved that fan.
Yeah.
Look at this. I mean, that was much worse than what DK did. He just shoved that fan all the way back. So, I mean, and he got nothing. Nothing was wrong with that. I know the fan was touching players, but that seemed like that could have done more damage than pushing up at the fan. Well,
this is the issue. Here's the rule, right? If the fan hangs over and like over the guardrail, they consider that like some type of like fan interference of some sort. But with DK's issue, he reached and grabbed the fan and pulled him. So that was
leading over too. If the fan was
not in the same manner, and that's the difference.
Solid push, man. That was
It was.
I don't know, man. We got to see, man. Hey, that frees up a line. There was a lot of people calling in. Racist Detroit fan, Ryan 654. Yeah, this guy's trying to get a hold. But, you come to a press conference, suit coat, hat turned backwards, and you're in your 60s. Come on, man. He's a clown and a troll. I hope he gets nothing. Hey, let's jump. Lee's on the line. Lee, what's going on, Lee?
Oh man!
Legendary Lee. Lee.
What is new, man? Who's playing Sunday, man? What time Steelers play?
Hey, Lee, I blame you. You went to that game in Cleveland, didn't you? I blame you for that karma.
I was there, and I just want to say I was listening to comments. I enjoy, especially when Claudio says, the things that I say. I will say this. I watch y'all guys do a great job on what you do. If you always watch the all 22, it breaks down what goes on. And one thing for sure, Arthur Smith, I always said this from day one, ever since the great Todd Haley got fired, the Steelers offense went downhill. He's not running NFL concepts. You show some clips, Luther. They're running no NFL concepts to clear up routes. You want your guys to beat guys on one-on-ones, but the pass route concepts are terrible. Aaron Rodgers could play and read a defense, but it's the wrong pass route concepts. And is this the best Arthur Smith could do when you have the opportunity to win a game?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what, though? Something Luther says damn near every week. Arthur Smith will get a head coaching job somewhere, and I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I just read an article that said he's a hot coaching candidate. I don't get it either.
Well, Tomlin don't have a big coaching tree, except, Todd Haley should have got another head coaching job.
Oh, there you go with that. How about Bruce Arians? Didn't Bruce Arians come?
Yo, BA, come on now.
Bruce Arians got fired, not a Rooney's. But this is the thing. Lou, you said to me Sunday how easy it was for a rookie quarterback to go down the field and score a touchdown.
Yeah.
If you're going to throw that route that they threw to number 11, he was, I guess he was playing 7-11. So Cardinals is 6'12". Throw it to him in the end zone.
Right.
Tomlin, in this interview, since it's Tomlin Tuesday, the delusional Mike Tomlin, he talks about schematics and everything else and highlighting this and highlighting that. You have the talent. if you watch the all 22, you will see how bad these concepts are, and the blocking was superb Sunday. But the concepts are bad where an NFL defense and coaches, like I heard Claudio say, they watch tape. They train to read and break down your schematics. You're making it easy for the defense because all they're doing is running routes that they run at lunchtime during recess when they play sports.
Do you agree with what I said earlier, that if a guy like Dick LeBeau were the coordinator, he would have disguised different things, and like Luther said, put more pressure on Shedeur Sanders, but he would have disguised the defense. Again, you guys know better than me. I don't think anything was disguised.
No.
He does like Dick LeBeau does his famous inside stunt with the lineman, and he blitzed the linebacker right between them, and it worked all the time, man. He would have did that. He would have been in Shedeur's face countless of times, man. And
don't let him get comfortable. He would have been, out of sorts.
We know that. How come they didn't know it?
Man.
Terrell Austin isn't that great of a defensive mind. He keeps it basic, and it cost him early on. Defense played lights out after that, but they needed to jump on him early. You said that last week, Claudio. They got to jump on him early, and they didn't.
Yep.
And the thing is, how easy it was for Cleveland just to go down there. And, if you watch the Buffalo game, Buffalo had a nice, besides the running game, pass plays was working, set up. There's only one play action pass that worked all year, and I believe your favorite guy, number 11, caught that pass against the Dolphins. That's the first time you ever seen a play action work. But far as we all know, when Dick LeBeau was the DC, he would terrify a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
Now, Sunday, I would give the Steelers an A+-. You could go B- on tackling. They was even Queen was tackling. I was surprised.
My God, PQ6.
PQ, he's been playing better. Listen, and you know what? PQ always plays better against Baltimore. So hopefully he can have some kind of incredible game. He's going to be extra.
Highsmith's been playing like crazy.
Oh my God!
I've been telling people he is the best run stopper we have since day one, and the defense got 2 turnovers, and the offense failed to capitalize on it.
And you know what, Lee, Fillmore, and Luther, you would think this late in the season, maybe he's getting better. He's getting quicker. That last game. Detroit, he was phenomenal, and he's big time. He's big time.
Yeah. He was the best. He was the best player on the field probably on Sunday.
No doubt.
Makes sense to me.
Highsmith, nobody else was making plays. Herbig is clearly still injured. As we show some of the dip, I mean, he was just getting after Shedeur.
You know what though, Lee, Luther, and Fillmore, did you guys think that Gainwell was going to get more action this week?
I did.
I thought so, but I also thought he was gonna get more attention, which is fine because they give him attention. But when you have one guy running the ball and he's running the ball well, you keep feeding him.
That's been like that for ages. OJ, Franco, Walter Payton, Earl Campbell. Everybody knew they were going to get the ball. That's okay. You know what we're going to do? We're going to out execute you. You don't. Again, you don't change your game plan. If that's the dog, that's the guy. Gainwell's big time. And Lee said again, play action. There's all kind of things that they didn't do. And it just amazes the hell out of me. But I said, and Fillmore again, you said about Warren. Use those guys. Use them, man. They would be big time, those 2 backs.
Yeah, there's no reason he should only have 10 touches. 7 rushes, 3 catches for Gainwell. That's unacceptable, man.
Claudio, one thing, Joey Porter did run a corner blitz, and he got in the backfield, which was great. And that's what they should have been some confusing the rookie quarterback. They made it because, Shedeur will hold on to that ball. At least he didn't really scramble too much like he did the week before. The offensive line block, they were superb. But then in the time of urgency, now you want to run a slant. Now you want to run across the middle now. That should be always in the game plan as far as the passing concepts. So
It was no huddle. It was no huddle, and Rodgers was calling the plays. So when Rodgers called the plays, you don't got to listen to Arthur Smith.
Yeah. Good point. But I don't think he listens to him anyway. Come on, man. You saw him yelling on screen at Arthur
Yeah.
Smith. So I mean,
it's a major struggle. It's a major struggle where they had the opportunity to win that game. Cleveland shot their load in the first quarter, first half.
Yep.
It was over.
Yep.
And the last thing I'm gonna say,
in the first 5 minutes.
the
In the 5 minutes they put up 10 points. Did nothing else.
Ball's wearing slippers out there with these extra points and these field goals now.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Bonds, man. But he said he has trouble kicking in Cleveland.
Okay, well, there wasn't no dog mess on the field.
Oh gosh, look at it. He's always yelling. He's yelling at players. Look at Aaron Rodgers, man. He just loves yelling at these guys, man.
Hey, Lou, I got one more thing, and this is bad in professional football as far as the Steelers. If you blame DK not playing, and Coleman keeps saying everyone's capable, then how come they didn't show up Sunday with everybody who was capable of doing what they were supposed to do as far as getting open? Because of the pass concepts are terrible, terrible, terrible. And that's all I got to say. Tune in on Sunday and get ready for the NFL draft because that's the next thing coming up for the Steelers.
So give me a score. So you say the Steelers don't have a chance, Lee?
I think, what's his name? Claudio said it. Somebody put the stats in. Look, if they King Henry, man, this is his year. He's going to embarrass the Steelers Sunday. Embarrass them. Just like in the playoff game.
Okay. All right, Lee. We'll see what happens, man.
All right, Lee. Thank you.
All right, fellas. I'll talk to y'all next week.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Hey, man. Let's jump into these comments real quick. We got West Philly Black. Mike Tomlin is a Hall of Fame coach. The Steelers will suffer a long time if they get rid of him. All right. Who to go? It's time for Art Smith and Terrell Austin to go.
Peace.
Roethlisberger's the last franchise quarterback the Steelers had. Yeah. Both teams are way too bad. All right, Carly. All right, we got West Philly. The Steelers should re-sign Antonio Brown. Oh, gosh.
They should not.
We don't need another crash out, man. He's out of jail. He's on probation. We don't need him running into the stands and getting another case. As Finest hit the door. All right. Hey, he frees up a number. Make sure you call us. Let me put that number back up there. Give us a call as we get ready to wrap up. All right, now listen, fellas. We talked about the reaction. Let's preview this game. Philmo, I'll let you go first because me and Claudio have been on this all day. We'll let you go first.
And I'm afraid of the RPO, the run pass option. For some reason, the Steelers and Terrell Austin have not figured out assignments when it comes to this play. I say it's simple. If you're in the 3-4, okay, outside linebacker, you have outside containment, inside linebacker, you have the running back. And every time Lamar Jackson or Huntley fakes the ball, you hit them. If they have the ball or not, you crush them. That's the formula they should do, but they won't. What will happen is that they will fake or give the ball to their running back, and they will crash down every single time. And either they crash down and hit him, or and they'll pull the ball out and fake, and he's gone. And then when they finally start going after the quarterback, then they give the ball to Henry. That's going to be the Achilles heel. That's going to be the continual play to watch. As we've seen James Cook run the same play over and over again, we're going to watch the RPO being done over and over and over again. Now, one thing about the Ravens offense, though, the receivers have the propensity to drop the ball. See, they'll drop a ball faster than the toddler with an iPhone 15. They will drop it quickly. It's already on the ground.
And some people like Smoking Jim got an Obama phone, so be careful. Hey, we got my man Sean. Let's get Sean in here.
I knew Sean was going to call. I thought he was going to call. 5 minutes left, though. I knew he was going to call.
Sean, what's going on, Sean?
Hey, what's up, guys? Hopefully everybody have a happy New Year.
Yes,
I got a house. I got a house Nevada here tomorrow with Miami Hurricanes against my wife in Ohio State.
Oh man!
Oh my God! I'm with your wife on this one, man. Ohio State.
Yes, sir.
I don't
yes,
think.
Sir.
I don't think Miami's ready, man. Carson.
No.
That's the issue. If y'all had Cam Ward, maybe okay, but I don't see Carson Beck beating Ohio State's team.
Yeah. But remember last week when I called in, I said it was a must-win game for the Steelers.
You did. I felt that too.
I said last week was a must-win game because now your backs are against the wall. Now one of your best weapons is out, Darnell Washington.
Oh, that's huge. He's done for
the
year.
This is my issue with the Steelers, with the offense. Johnny Smith and Pat Freiermuth, they could be mismatches.
All day.
Yep,
I don't think the offensive coordinator uses them as mismatches. Mismatches. And unless they're going to do that, that's going to hurt them. Now, Calvin Austin, that's a player that the Steelers are missing because he's not DK, but he has speed to get down the field.
Yeah.
So if he don't come back next week, I don't know what's going on. What's going to happen? As far as the defense is concerned, Claudio still on the line?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing I've said what's been an issue is that I feel kids growing up need to play other sports. Other than if you play football, play basketball.
I agree.
If you play
yes, sir.
basketball, play other sports. Here's why. On that touchdown that Shador threw, that was a duck. I've never seen a defender run out of bounds and let a guy catch the ball right behind him and roll in the end. I've never seen that in my life. Shador should have threw. He threw two. Shador should have threw minimum 4 interceptions that game.
4? Ooh.
Oh yeah. He's legit right. You right, Sean. You right.
He's 4 now. Come on.
No.
Yes.
Mister, hold on. This is why I brought up the baseball thing. If Duggar played any baseball, he would know how to track the ball. That was an interception.
Very good.
That never happened. So that should have been an interception, and then the one where Herbert dropped would have been a pick 6 if he caught the ball. He should have threw 4 interceptions easily.
Excellent point. Excellent point.
Easily.
And you know what? To your point, real quick, what do I always say? And maybe I'm a little biased, but what do I say about Mahomes with his different arm angles, like a shortstop? You hit it on the head with that tracking. You mentioned it with tracking. Very good point. Excellent point.
And that's where not playing another sport killed Duggar because you got to know how to track a ball, especially as a defensive back and a safety at that. Come on now. But one thing,
listen, that was shady there. I'm showing it over and over again, man. I don't know what he was doing.
Right. He lost everything.
Look, he saw the ball. No. If you look. Are you watching it? Look, he sees the ball and then he keeps going.
He keeps.
Look, he saw there and then he turned.
Yeah. He should have cut. He should have cut right underneath that.
Right. He saw it. I mean, you say you take a look back, and that was huge when he went out. Look, he sees it and then doesn't break and then runs out of bounds. That was,
Luther, what are you saying, Luth? What are you saying?
I don't know. It looked real shady. I never see a guy look at the ball, turn the other way, run out of bounds, let a guy with a touring roll into the end zone. I mean, I don't know. That was shaky. It was bad. I don't know if it was he didn't play sports, but I don't know what happened on that show. I can't explain it.
He got the phone call. He got the phone call. That's what happened. Got the phone.
Look at this guy. Still dead. He said, "I ain't ginger tears." All right.
Hey, Sean, he misjudged the fly ball, Sean.
Yeah, yeah, because I don't want to say anything, but I lost a Little League World Series game behind that. I'm not going to say names, but if you know, if you played on my team, I'm not going to say.
Hey, Sean, you never forget those lost championships, do you?
No, you don't, you don't.
Championships, man, for sure.
Little League, Uptown Little League on the Hill District, we're the only city team to win the state championship. It was like 82 or 83. We were the only Little League to win the state championship for PA back in 82 or 83. Willie Clay was on. I want to say Willie Clay was on that team that played in the NFL. And Warnie Macklin's uncle. They were on a team where was other players.
Oh wow, okay.
Willie Clay stood out.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going back for sure.
Yeah, you're going back. Willie Clay's great. Okay, wow.
Yeah. So, but no, just offensively, the Steelers still have weapons. It's just that Arthur Smith has to use the weapons better. They have them. You just got to use them better.
Excellent point again.
And Aaron got to throw the ball to him when they open.
Sean, you think they have the weapons now?
Look at what
Bad,
did against the
bad
Bengals.
enough.
I agree.
Look at what he did against the Bengals. You got to use them in the right opportunity.
That's
right.
right.
And I'm gonna say this too. This may sound ignorant. Losing Darnell Washington may force Aaron Rodgers to have to use other players because even though Darnell Washington can give you stuff, Darnell Washington really can't get down the field. He really look at it. And what defenders do, what they're doing with him is they'll give him a takedown. Then they're like, long as you don't make the first down, we'll give it to you.
Right.
Sean, basically what you're saying is put these guys in position to succeed. For example, Mark McGuire, the home run hitter, you're not going to make him steal bases because that's not his game. He's going to be a power guy. Use these guys properly. Sean, I agree with you 1,000%. They do have the weapons to do better than they're doing, but you have to use them properly. You have to use them. But you have a guy like Gainwell. What do they call that knife, Luth? Swiss
Army knife.
Run the ball. He can catch the ball. Use him. Warren is hell to tackle. Use him properly. Freiermuth. I said all along about Washington. Give him the ball where he has room to just knock people over. Use him properly. Everybody has their own, their skill. You're not asking Boswell to be a quarterback. You're using him to be a kicker. Let him utilize his best asset. You use these guys properly, you can do some damage. I'm with you.
Yeah. Now look, man. People don't understand. Gainwell has a talent level of. I don't know. Y'all remember Ronnie Harmon, the Chargers back in the day.
Very good.
A Roger Craig type.
Ooh.
Yeah, like that. That's the talent level, the skill set that Gainwell has. And Freiermuth
a little much now. He's good.
Fillmore is better. Fillmore is better.
I'm saying skill set, the same, the same ability to catch the ball and run the ball. But he's not. I ain't saying he's Hall of Fame.
Right.
I ain't saying that. I'm just saying he's the same.
Good point with Ronnie Harmon. That's right.
Yeah. And Freiermuth had the same skill set of a Sam Laporta, of a George Kittle. He could catch the ball across the middle. He's a zone buster.
You're going pro now.
But skill set. I'm not saying they had the level. He had the skill set. And what?
He should use Freiermuth more. And I don't know what it is, but Aaron Rodgers, if you're either his guy or you're not. Roman Wilson is not. Pat Freiermuth is not. But
if you're the coach,
he has to get over that and give these guys a chance.
But don't you think
Can I say something else? Can I say one more thing too?
Go ahead.
The previous caller, Lee McGinnis, made a great comment about the Steelers with their concepts. On those last 3 pass plays, he threw them all to Scantling.
Yes.
Why wasn't there no type of big plays ran?
Yeah.
Why was there no, okay, we're going to throw the ball to the corner of the end zone. Only somebody going to catch it or it's going out of bounds. But at least you do something different.
Yep.
Yeah.
Luther said that on another show.
Yeah. I don't agree with it. Going after their Cleveland Browns, terrible team. They only have 2 Pro Bowlers, Miles Garrett, Denzel Ward. So you go after Denzel Ward 3 times in a row. That's disrespectful and dumb. And and as bad as I dislike Arthur Smith and think his offense is high school level, I'm sure he didn't want 3 passes to MVS. That was all AROD right there.
Right.
Fryermuth got you down there with some great catches, great patterns, and he doesn't get a look. The offense
over the middle.
And the offensive MVP up to this point, Gainwell, doesn't get a look.
Yep.
He was wide.
Who's better, Canada or Smith? No joke.
Smith.
I say both of them. They both but I have to go Smith.
I would definitely have to go Smith. He at least with Smith, we had 30-point games, and Kenny Pickett was winning 17-15. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you. Matt Canada was the worst, but I don't think Art Smith is that much better than him. But
no, not that much.
Can't be any worse than Matt Canada, in my opinion. Ray Sherman was better than Matt Canada. And he lost his top 4 games into the season. Hey, Sean, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm just listening to you guys.
Okay. You have any other thoughts on that?
Only thing I gotta say is that I hope the Steelers win because it's wide open this year. It is wide open in the AFC. But if it's gonna be wide open, you gotta come with your best foot forward.
Right.
And unfortunately, the last 3 times the Steelers went to the Super Bowl, the last 3 times they went to the Super Bowl, at least the offense were trying to put their best foot forward. I just don't see it right now.
Yeah.
They don't do it consistently. They did it a couple, 2 games in a row, and then this game, I don't know, man.
Hey,
13-6, ain't no way, man.
Hey, but that's the Browns' defense is legit. That could be a Super Bowl defense almost. I mean, they're ranked number 1 against the pass. They got Miles Garrett, Denzel Ward, who were 2 Pro Bowlers. But the Ravens just gave up 24 points to a backup quarterback. Malik Willis was looking like a Pro Bowler for some of that game. So
he's looking really good.
Next Steeler quarterback. What did I tell you guys? There's a backup in the NFL right now who the Steelers should pick up. That's the guy they should pick up.
Hey, Mike Tomlin wanted to draft Malik Willis, but the Rooney's wanted Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, and they could have got Willis late.
Yep,
they got him late. But again,
my thoughts on Pickett, but that's another story.
Oh, right, yeah. You were right on. You said that we go to Pitt games. You said he didn't have it at all.
Yes.
You said somebody was going to lose their job picking him. And you were pretty much close. He's been on 4 teams in 4 years, so he's he can't beat out a washed Geno Smith with the Raiders. So it must be bad. Yep. Hey, any final thoughts, Sean, before we close out and give our 2025 memories?
Just want to have a happy new year to everybody going into 2026. I'm trying to think what memory I will have this year. Well, I don't got nothing that comes straight to the head, but I just wish everybody have a happy new year in the 2026. Hopefully 2026, we see the Steelers in the playoffs next weekend.
Oh, wow. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Sean Carter said the Giants just traded for Geno. All right, man. Hey, Sean, appreciate the call, man. Have a happy new year, man. Always appreciate you calling.
All right, happy New Year's, guys.
All right.
Happy New Year.
All right, happy New Year. Let's do our predictions, and then we can do our 2025, 2026. All right, Claudio, you want to go first? Give me a prediction.
I'm going to go with Baltimore 23, Pittsburgh 16.
Man.
Okay. All right. Fillmore?
I'm going to go with my heart on this one because my head is too negative. So my heart. In my heart, I got 24-21 Pittsburgh. That's my heart.
Man. You're an honest man.
Yeah. See, I got to give 2. I think my head says it's going to be Baltimore 13-10, but I'm going with my heart. My heart says Steelers 20-17. They hold Derrick Henry to 150 yards and 1 touchdown.
That's not a hold. They let him loose.
Hey, he just lasted 216 and 4 touchdowns. If they could hold him to 150 and 1 touchdown, that's a win. He's
all right.
150 because he's running and he's healthy. Oh man, so I'm gonna go with my heart and say 20-17. Steelers squeak it out. I don't know how, but I think they could do that.
It's always a 3-point game. It's always a 3-point game. So
always a 3-point game, right? It's going to be close. Ratings are going to be sky high. All right, 2025 memories. Claudio, what you got?
Okay, now I thought Jim was going to be on, so I was going to bust his chops. I said number 5, the Steelers getting rid of George Pickens. Number 4, Aaron Rodgers signing with Pittsburgh. To me, that was a big deal. Again, these are my most memorable things. Mm-hmm. Number 3 was John Calipari, friend of mine, coaching Arkansas to the Sweet 16. I thought that was a nice run with that team.
Yeah, that's nice.
Number 2 was Vinny Pazienza. Vinny Paz making the Boxing Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Very special. And number 1 was our team at Carnegie Mellon. Came out of nowhere. We won our conference championship, which was very special. So that meant a lot to me. So those are my 5.
Okay.
Man.
All right, what you got, Fillmore?
Wow. So you doing this? Okay. So number 5, man. The Pacers take
1. You can do whatever.
The Pacers take the Thunder to Game 7 when everybody thought the Pacers were going to get swept. So
right.
I like that. That was a good one for me, man. Man, oh shoot! Hey, the opening high school game at Clareton when we seen Imani, come away with a squeaker, boo on the refs for missing that touchdown. But the opening game for Calaboyd Stadium was a good one, man. That was Buck Crawford. Come on now, doing something that we've never seen. He went up. He said, "No, I'm good. You stay where you at, Alvarez. I'm coming up. I'm coming to get you." And he got him. The Aaron Rodgers pump fake until we got to the Steelers. We didn't know what was happening. He just kept pump faking like he was Kobe. All right, I'm a Steeler now.
You should do it in the game.
All right,
man. And you know what? Because I'm a 49er fan, and so the 49ers playing for the number 1 seed in the NFC with no Nick Bosa, with no Fred Warner, and my man Glock Purdy missing half the year. And so those my top 5 memories right now.
All right. Listen, man, I got to go with my man LeBron James. LeBron James sets the record. Nobody's played 23 years in the league like him, man. We'll never see it. He's still doing crazy stuff. He just had a nice reverse dunk against the Kings. He's playing tonight. Just an amazing athlete, man. I think he gets way too much criticism, way too much hate. And, all he's done is give it all to the game. And he's going to be missed. I'm glad I didn't spend it hating on this man's career. I give all these guys their flowers. I watched Jordan. I watched Kobe, Shaq, AI, LeBron. I love them all. Some I like better than others. But I think this man's got more hate than I've ever seen any superstar get. So that's one. Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts beat Patrick Mahomes. That was shocking the way they did it. And that might have been the end of the Chiefs era because now they don't make the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes tears his ACL. We don't know. That's probably a year injury. And we'll see what happens from there. that could just derail the whole career. That's why
we're going to see how good of a coach Andy Reid is without his star quarterback, and now start doing a comparison. Let's do that.
This may be a time. Listen, Travis Kelce may not be the only one that retires after this year. They say, "Let me get up out of here because next year we don't have a quarterback. It's going to be a bad time." They both may retire after this season, so look for that. I thought Marcus Freeman getting to the championship and almost winning it.
That was great. That was great.
He got the same hairstyle as Jaylen Brown, leaving marks. Don't let him get near your shirt. He's going to leave a black mark on there. A lot of oil and grease and everything on his hair, but definitely that was huge to me as well. A lot of great things happened. Bubba Watson wins the championship. That was huge. Just a great year, man. In 2025, I'm expecting a lot. I think the Steelers, a lot of people are thinking that they're going to get their quarterback in 2026. I don't think so. I think they will get a receiver. Lemon from USC could be their first round pick. I don't think they'll be picking high enough to get one of those quarterbacks. And they did get Will Howard last year. We'll see what happens. I like your suggestion that they may go after Malik Willis, Claudio. He probably
Mac Jones, man. Mac Jones.
I never liked Mac Jones, even though he looked good with San Fran, but every quarterback other than Trey Lance looks good.
You got a point.
All right, let's go. Bucks 53, Carolina 6. Okay, Joy. Wow. I don't know. The Buccaneers have been struggling. I think Carolina might get them. Any predictions, guys? I know you gave one, Claudio. You want to give another one, Fillmore?
Oh, it's about the Pittsburgh Ravens game?
Oh, no. Any 2026 predictions?
Oh, man. Wow. 2026
man,
will be LeBron.
No, there's no go Ravens. Go Steelers. Get out of here.
Oh, come on, man. Will be LeBron James last season. The beginning of 2026 will be LeBron James last season.
Or JJ Redick's last season.
Oh.
Hey.
My prediction, and Luther did not like it, Myles Garrett or Max Crosby's going to the Cowboys.
Myles Garrett?
Yep. One of those guys is going to get traded to the Cowboys.
Maybe I could.
The Cowboys don't got the money. They don't got the cap.
Oh, and they're about to pay Pickens.
They ain't paying Pickens. They're going to have to franchise tag. They ain't got the money.
Oh, you think he's going to want to play under a franchise tag? Oh, he'll be
nope.
Pickens if they do that.
I know it's crazy, but I just see. I don't know why. I just see that.
All right, and you could be right. I think they'll try to make that move, man. But Myles Garrett, $40 million. That seems like an untradeable contract for a defensive.
I'm telling you, they don't got the money for it, man. Like that, the Micah Parsons trade.
They can do the Bobby Bonilla thing.
Oh, stretch it out. All right. Hey, I like that, man. Hey, I want to thank all the clowns. We even had a Ravens fan coming here. Yeah, you better pray. Put your fingers crossed. No, I don't see that happening. Burrow.
Hey, no more. You brought up Ronnie Herman. I brought up Bobby Bonilla. That's old school stuff.
Old school stuff, man.
His agent is still the MVP. There's never been a better agent. That man's still getting $1 million every year. Burrow to Pittsburgh. Oh, man. All right, Ben, I don't know about
that. The Bengals are dumb enough. The Bengals are dumb enough.
They are dumb enough. But that ain't happening, man. But I'd love to see it, man. But, at least he wouldn't be getting hurt. At least we'd have a decent line that wouldn't be getting them put out every 2 years.
Hey, none of us predicted that the Pirates were going to do anything. They're making some moves now.
Oh, Claudio, come on.
They will not use
Don't do it, Claudio.
Oh.
Don't do it. So, like, the last time the Pirates were relevant, the Cowboys won a Super Bowl. So
yeah. Hey, I appreciate you guys, man. You all make the show, all the callers, all the guys in the comments. ladies in the comments, appreciate you. I hope everybody had a great 2025, man. Enjoy your family. Don't take any day for granted. And 26, let's just keep getting bigger and better. And we have some big things in store for Steel City. So for Claudio, Fillmore, Ralph, we'll check you out next time. Peace.